So one of the big issues that I hear about from business owners is that it's getting harder and harder to get people to actually convert on their ads. That their ads aren't really cutting through the noise and people really just aren't taking action. And this is pretty much true for all the businesses out there regardless of niche. So in this video here, I'm going to be going over a small tweak that you can start implementing in your ads right now that's going to dramatically increase click-through rates and, more importantly, get people to actually watch your ads and then convert on them. What's up? My name is Neil and I run Links Digital, and in order to illustrate this problem, I want you to put yourself in the shoes of the average person watching your ads. So first off, the average consumer is seeing lots of ads all the time, all around it. In some cases, they're even seeing hundreds of ads on the same platform that you're advertising on. Now, if you are lucky and you follow what we tell you, you are able to kind of stand out and go as far as even getting the viewer interested in your product or service. Now, the issue is, even if the person is interested in your product or service, unless they click on your ad right then and there, they forget about it. Even think about it yourself. How many times have you come across an ad that you thought was interesting and you wanted to look it up but just forgot about it? Or you saw something cool and saved it and intended to come back to it but never really did. And that's because you're a busy person. And life gets in the way, people get busy, and this is true for people that are also watching your ads. Unfortunately, you will become a company that they're kind of interested in, but never really take the time to explore and look into. And unfortunately, this is the sad truth about advertising on YouTube. However, this doesn't have to be the case with the strategies that I'm about to share with you in this video. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, and the obvious answer might be, yeah, let's just remarket to all of these people that were kind of interested over and over again. And yes, although this method might work, this is probably one of the worst ways to go about it, because all you're doing is using brute force and you could end up annoying your customers. There is a better way. I don't really have a name for it, but you can call it scarcity ads, urgency ads, or even deliberate incentivification type of ads. And these are the type of ads that you need to start employing right now if you want the viewer to drop everything that they're doing and click on your ads and actually start taking action. In your ads, regardless of whatever product or service you're selling, you really need to convey a sense of urgency, scarcity, or offer some sort of incentive for them to drop everything that they're doing and click on your ad right away. Let's get into a few specific examples of how you can start employing this in your own ads. Now, the first and most obvious one is sales and pricing incentives. If your business operates with these in play, well, then you definitely need to start making ads around this, and they need to be a highlight of your ad. You need to start creating scarcity, and I mean real scarcity, which has a big financial motivator attached to it. So if you are doing things like a sale or a limited time promo, you need to really emphasize this in your ads. And I can't stress this enough that this needs to be real scarcity. You can't just have one ad with the sale price and the other ad running with just a regular price. People are going to catch on to it and it's going to come off as inauthentic. All of your scarcity tactics need to be in line with whatever you are actually selling. It needs to be congruent to whatever sale or promo that you're actually running. So if you do have a timely sale, make sure that you turn off all of your other ads that don't mention the sale and only run ads with the sale price included. If you have a early bird pricing, make sure that you aren't running the ads past the date where the sale ends. These are just little things that you can start employing in your ads to really urge people to buy in a timely fashion. Now, before we jump into some of the other methods, I do want to talk about a couple of tactical things that you can start using inside of your ads themselves to really boost and amplify the effects of all of these methods. The first being using an announcement bar. So at the top of your ads right there, what you can start doing is using an announcement bar, kind of similar to any other website, that relays the most important highlight of your message. So if you have a sale, have a banner that says sale ending on whatever date. The other thing you can also start doing within your ads is having a countdown timer. So if you have a timely sale, have a countdown timer that says sale will start ending then, and it's just a little calendar or a timed widget that goes down and eliminates the discount or whatever on a certain time thing. Using these little things will do so much and will bring the incentive forefront in your ads that it's evident throughout the entire ad. Now, if your business doesn't really operate on sales or timely events, another thing that you can do is emphasize the limited stock or seating availability. So this works for both e-commerce companies as well as digital product companies. Obviously, with e-commerce companies, you can really play on the fact that you have limited stock and that you run out. Sometimes you can even do this for high-ticket e-commerce products where you can say, hey, inventory is very limited and you need to get this before things run out like they have in the past. Now, if you have a digital business that doesn't have physical products, another thing that you can do is start employing limited or capped seats or capped amounts of your products. So a lot of times what digital businesses will do is that they will have a capped class size or a cohort, and you can really play on this when you are selling digital products. Maybe you can only release a certain number of copies before the offer goes down. This is a great way to add some of that urgency and scarcity while still being authentic to the type of product or service you deliver. One thing that you do want to make sure of is that whatever incentive that you use, whether it's the pricing one or the stock one, that it needs to be congruent throughout your entire funnel. So whatever the ad says, the landing page must reflect that. So if you are having a sale for say $400 off and that's on your banner on your ad, make sure that on your website, on your landing page, that same incentive is reflected. And that should be true for the stock or the limited seat option too. If you are saying, hey, we only take in 50 people every semester, well, then make sure that that is also reflected on all your landing page, because in order for you to build that trust and in order for these scarcity and urgency tactics to come off as authentic, the congruency needs to be 100% throughout your funnel. Now, let's talk about a case where you can't really use that stock scarcity or pricing urgency. Well, in those cases, you're gonna start doing what I call a deliberate incentivification. So basically, you are going to give the person watching an ad a big incentive for clicking on the ad right then and there. Now, this incentive does go above and beyond the regular promise that you're making on the ad. So for example, maybe you're running a webinar and trying to get people in your funnel. Well, then in your ad, I would add something like a free cheat sheet that somebody gets if they click on the ad right now itself. Again, you can employ this in a variety of ways with giving out free cheat sheets, free upgrades, free bonuses, little things like that that really don't cost you much but will move the needle when it gets to people actually clicking on your ad. Now, one thing I will say with these type of campaigns specifically is that you do want to run other campaigns without this incentive in them. One of the reasons is if you are hitting up your cold audiences over and over again, you want this free incentive to really make a difference and look legitimate so that it pushes people over the ones that are on the fence. And that is why I believe these type of campaigns do really, really well as remarketing campaigns. If you want to learn how to use cold campaigns to generate attention and then use this deliberate incentivification technique and combine it with our sniper remarketing approach, well, then I suggest that you watch this video right here and find out how to employ this with remarketing.